3 ways, right, to gain more confidence and to have that type of charisma where people look at you and they just think, it's like,
Take 2.
What's up, guys? This is Eric O here, international speaker, entrepreneur, and best-selling author. I don't know why I just did that. Being a confidence video, I just thought that putting that best-selling author in would just wrap it all.
No, I could have gone without seeing it.
I think I'm in shock.
I think we might have to reevaluate our friendship.
A lot of people look at me today and they think, Eric, how is it you're so confident? And how is it that you speak on all stages all around the world in front of thousands and thousands of people with the likes of Richard Branson and James Caan and all these great entrepreneurs and celebrities? And they think I was born to speak and I was born with confidence, but I was far from it. Let me tell you, I was the shy boy from school. And let me tell you, you who's watching, you right there, right? Who's watching this right now, I don't care if your confidence level you feel is on like a level 0 right now, or it's on a level 3 right now, or level 9 right now. Obviously, it doesn't matter what level it's on. It's all the same core fundamentals that I'm going to be sharing with you, which is going to be very crucial to you listening right now all the way to the end, because there's 3 keys. And these 3 keys, when I learned it, they changed everything for me. It really did. So I'm going to share with you 3 ways, right, to gain more confidence and to have that type of charisma where people look at you and they just think, it's like, how is that person so special? Why is this person so amazing, right? So how do you actually build this thing? It's very simple, okay? Basically, the first thing, and this is what I learned from my master many years ago. He said, Eric, breathing is everything. If you think about the opposite to confidence, is like nervousness, is fear, is doubt, is all this uncertainty. And a lot of the time when we fear something, what happens is our breathing gets shallower, right? We don't breathe as much, not as much oxygen goes in. And that's why a lot of the time when we lack confidence, sometimes we can get certain reactions within us. Let's say we start shaking or our face goes red, and these things start to happen. So the first thing is, when you understand that breath is everything, take a deep breath in and out. The moment you take this breath in and out, what you find is that it just calms you. You have this like sensation of this like peace, this like, it's like no longer you feel that fear, you know? So you get rid of that fear, you get rid of any doubts that is there. And by the way, if you're still feeling it, all you do is you take a deep breath in and out. One more time. And then you'll find that thing just slowly goes. It starts calming that mind, okay? So the first thing is about breathing. Understand that breath is everything, okay? The second thing is about understanding that physiology plays a big part to who you are and how your mind perceives yourself as, right? So the second thing is all about physiology, body language. So think about it, right? If you had to ask yourself right now, you watching on the other side of the screen, right? Practice this, because it's all to do with practice. I had to practice this for like a whole year, not even feeling it yet, not even feeling that confidence, but because I practiced this so much, it became a part of me, right? Understand, we're creatures of habit. What we practice a lot, we become that person, right? And so what you want to do, if you're there right now, sat at home, just sit up nice and straight, right? Build that confidence, nice and straight, right? And you ask yourself the question, some people I know, if you're like me, when I was growing up in school, I was the quiet boy in school, and I'm kind of like a little bit like this, and it's like, you tell me to sit up straight, okay, I'll sit up straight a little bit, You should be asking yourself this question right now, right? If you had to pretend to be confident right now, how would you sit, right? Put your shoulders back, sit in this type of physiology. And what actually happens is, with that blood circulating in that way, with your physiology, understand one thing, your body, this is the body, mind, spirit connection here. When your body says something, when somebody's body language is like this, right? Do you think their mind is open or closed? It means their body is closed, their mind is also closed. When you open your body up, okay, this is the confidence, right? Confidence, proud. Imagine if you're proud, how would you sit? Put this power pose on, okay? And the thing is this, this is what Amy Cuddy talks about when she talks about body language. When you put that power pose on, what happens is it starts stimulating the brain, and your brain starts believing that you are actually more confident than you are, right? So these are the first steps. Obviously, it's not going to be like, okay, I sit up straight and suddenly you have immense power and charisma and this like crazy aura right now. That's not what happens, right? But step by step, understand by doing that, it starts changing and starts shifting different things happening in your body and your mind right now. So sit up straight, right? How would you sit if you were confident? Ask yourself the question, how would you sit if you were proud right now, right? And so sit that way. And you may feel, well, this is a little bit stupid, why am I doing this? But understand something, right? And this is what a lot of like if I talk about success in business, in internet marketing, in spirituality, in everything, right, in your life, the fastest way to do it is to see somebody who's walked the path that you want to walk and then ask them how they managed to do it. And I just seem to be one of those people who is the introvert, right? And a lot of people who meet me off camera, they say, Eric, why are you not talking? I say, because I don't enjoy talking. They say, but you talk on your videos. I'm saying, but if I don't talk on my videos, nobody's gonna watch my videos, That's why I need to be that way. But then naturally, I'm an introvert, right? If I wasn't wanting to spread this message and help other people go through this journey of success, I wouldn't be doing these videos at all, So anyway, put yourself in that situation. Just say, if I was proud, how would I sit, right? And sit that way. Feel it. Feel the energy run through your body and feel it. Feel that air of confidence, right? Breathe it in. Remember, breathing is everything. And out, right? Feel that energy. The final thing I want to leave you on is this thing here. I think it's very, very powerful. And when I first say this, you will get your understanding and your idea of it. But when you really, truly understand what this actually means, it shifts everything for you, right? It's what people say, fake it till you make it. Okay. Now, I know what you'll probably be thinking. You'll be thinking, why do I want to fake myself? Why do I want to be somebody who I'm not? Okay. But I want you to understand one thing, first of all. Okay, you are who you are. So your authentic self right now, you are who you are only because other people made you the way you are. Right? When you think about it, little kids, they're born into the world not as a shy boy, not with fear, not with doubt. Little kid comes into the world, plays with a spider, really happy playing with a spider, Mum comes through the door, screams, ah! Then what happens? Baby starts crying. Right? And what happens next time baby sees spider? Crying, right? Why? It's because this instilled fear is through our upbringing. So understand one thing, there is no such thing really as your authentic self, because your authentic self, who you think you are right now, has been created through society, through upbringing, through the people around you, through your parents, through your teachers. So now it's time to just strip back to the core of yourself without fear, with only love, and put yourself out there and just think, okay, cool. So how do I fake it till I make it? Very simple. Find somebody right? And this is all to do with success, right? You want to be successful? Model success. That's your easiest strategy. So find somebody when they walk through the door, and sometimes you may feel this. Sometimes some people, they walk through the door, you just feel their presence. They don't have to be the best looking. They don't have to have the best hairstyle. They don't have to have the best fashion, right? But for some reason, when they walk through the door, you always feel like, whoa, you feel their presence. Why is it? It's because that is their energy field that they've built up. And how can you build that up? You start off by understanding the concept, right, of perception becomes your reality. What you perceive your energy to be out there suddenly becomes a part of you and becomes your reality, your real energy. So how does this work? Find somebody who you look at and you think, wow, I would love to have that type of confidence, right? For one time in your life, just be daring enough, right? Get out of your comfort zone, and all this personal development, personal growth stuff, all depend on you getting out of that comfort zone. So get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Get out there, walk like that person who's walking, right? And at first you will feel uncomfortable. You will feel like you're not being yourself. But again, is yourself? Because at one time, understand this, right? One time, right? Everything that is you right now was once an uncomfortable you. What does that mean? It means that you can only be you because you practiced being you, right? And so now I'm allowing you and giving you the opportunity where you can say, hey, I'm going to make this decision right now. I'm going to become a new me. And how do you do it? You create the new you. And then it becomes, because we are all creatures of habit, it becomes a part of you and you get used to it. And then suddenly the normal way to walk for you is this way. And that's what feels most comfortable because you've done it a million times already. So what you need to do, this final thing, probably the most important thing, right? So you have the basics, breathing, understand that, right? Second thing, understand physiology. Third thing, find someone to model, do, speak, tell jokes like they do, right? And this is what you do. You just be like the people you see with a lot of confidence, and you keep practicing that stuff, and then you become that person, right? You become that habit that you formed. And that becomes your authentic self. But then your final question is, how do you have that charisma? What about yourself? What about the little va-va-voom, the extra little bit, that gets people going, How do you actually create that? Very simple, okay? This is what right now I'm writing a book called Master the Form and Flow of the Formless. And I always say that a lot of the time when we want to learn or take ourselves to the next level, what actually happens is the first step is understanding the foundations and the fundamentals. And a lot of the time, the foundations and the fundamentals come from modeling somebody else. But then from the next step, right, beyond that, once you've modeled it and you've created what I call an energy distortion field, where people kind of, they look at you, they think, he looks quite confident, but not quite sure whether that is your authentic you. I don't know if you've ever seen people like that before. You look at them, they seem confident, but you're not quite sure whether they're being themselves, Then what happens is, because you've done it so many times, you're used to that. Now is the time where you add in creativity. And what does that mean? Just add in, right? So walk like they walk, talk like they talk, right? And then just add in a little bit of you in there, just a little bit at a time. And then what happens is, when you're adding little bits to you, let's say tonality, right? These are the main things, by the way. The words you use, the tonality, your body language. Change your body language a little bit and see how other people respond to it. And the things that you like, the way people respond to, keep. The things you don't like, when people don't give you that reaction, when you pull a face and people don't laugh, don't do that shit ever again, right? And then what happens is, you'll start gathering this sea of information bit by bit in terms of the creativity that you're adding to it. And then that becomes your authentic self, right? Which is found after building the foundations of what confidence is. So confidence foundations comes from speaking clearly, speaking nice and powerful, right? Practicing this different tonality range. Always remember, people don't buy into what you say, they buy into how you say it. So practice tonality range, practice this passionate type of speaking, practice this type of eye contact, practice all of these things, all of these parts to it, and you'll find that slowly but surely, and I say slowly, it depends how you look at it, right? For me, it took a few months and I started becoming more and more confident. I used to be the shy boy in school, afraid to put my hand up. And when I put my hand up, teacher points at me, my face goes red. That was me. I would speak a few words and it would get to the... And I don't know why that last word will never come out, And that used to happen to me all the time. I used to shake and all this stuff used to happen. But these three things, these three ways right now, if you start practicing it straight away, these three ways will shift your confidence and start allowing you to build your charisma. Anyway, guys, that's it from me today. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. I pretty much put out content, inspiration, motivation around business, around personal development, around anything that's healthy and positive for you to take your growth and take your life to the next level. So make sure to subscribe. When you do subscribe, make sure to click the notifications, press the notifications button. Make sure to click it on see first so you start seeing and you start getting all the notifications whenever the new videos are out there, guys. That's it from me today. That's it. Boom.